Hi guys, welcome to episode 2 of the Collected Home series that we actually launched last video. This all came from a video that I took of a little brunch that we had to celebrate Michelle Howell of Vintage Home. When I shared the brunch at Robin's house, that sparked so much inspiration on Instagram. People asked, how do you create the look? Even more specifically, is this like a Nancy Meyers look? How can we create it? So we decided to deep dive not only with a home tour, but then a style breakdown and how you can practically apply it to your own home.
Yes, we loved Robin's home so much, but it can be overwhelming when you take it all in. You think, I love it, but how could I implement it in my own space? So that's what we're going to help you with today.
And when you think about Robin's home, it is elevated whimsy. It's making everyday things beautiful. So really, when you think about what is this conceptually, it's vignettes styled really, really well. There's 3 different reasons or methods to vignettes. Number 1, it's function. So how are you creating a vignette with things that are actually being used every day? Number 2, it's for sentiment. So you're using things that are passed down or full of memories, something that you treasure, and then you're using that and styling that in a way that you want to notice in your home. And then number 3, it's neuroaesthetics. So it's just creating a feel. Sometimes you are just collecting things and bringing things together because you genuinely just want to feel good in your own home. And I think with all 3 ways, they're equally as important.
Yeah, so I think functionality doesn't have to be ugly. And even how do you live? Your coffee maker's out on the counter. How can you make that a beautiful space that feels a little like a coffee bar, or the things by your sink, for example, the little scrubby brushes? How do you elevate that to make it something that functions, but also is very pretty?
Yes. So let's start with function. Function, like Mom said, washing your dishes doesn't have to be ugly. Robin has a great example of this. She literally has a dish that she has put a jar full of scrubby brushes, soap, and somehow that makes the ugly tools that you use to scrub your dishes beautiful. Do you think you would want to do your dishes more if you had?
Yeah, I mean, I've said it before. I am not a laundry girl. It's my whole life been my biggest pain point. But once I did make my laundry room beautiful and functional, I wanted to live in it. I wanted to be there. I wanted to do laundry. And dishes don't really bother me that much, but it sure is fun to have a little scrubby in a little bowl.
Yes. So I would challenge you to look, can I change out the dispenser that the soap's in? Can I take literally an everyday dish, maybe a little transferware container, you can get it in an estate sale, or your
silver platter.
Yeah, your local vintage shop. And that would be a great way to make your dishes inspirational. In Robin's, number 2, she also has a tray full of, a tray that she sets her scent diffuser. She has some collected things that she receives in the mail as a reminder for events or, college graduations, etc. And then she makes it, she has a little stack of bowls that she could put like her ring while she's washing dishes. And then she has a plant. And I think when you're looking at adding function, one thing that just elevates it is putting it on a tray.
Put it on a tray. That's what I say.
And
put it on a tray. Yeah. But the other cool thing is it doesn't just stop at the kitchen, the laundry room. I mean, she actually takes beautiful tissue paper and wraps her toilet paper and puts it in a basket so that her guests, when they're done with the toilet paper and they're having to dig for toilet paper somewhere,
it makes it beautiful.
It's like they've unwrapped a present. Well, it's like they've unwrapped a little present, y'all.
I think it feels less, I don't know that I want my guests to feel like they're unwrapping a present when they unwrap their toilet paper, but I think this is a boutique hotel vibe, and we are making our spaces feel like an escape, a getaway. But I do think it's interesting. Mom and I at the Park Place Christmas home tour that was featured on the Rockwell Holiday Home Tour, I bought colorful toilet paper on Amazon for the pink bathroom.
However, I don't know that it's necessarily healthy to use
Dyes.
on your tushy, but I will say I'm still sticking to when you wrap your toilet paper rolls in tissue that's beautiful with little flowers on it.
It is.
Feels like a gift.
Yes. At a boutique hotel.
At a boutique hotel.
No, it's a vibe. And that is the type of thing you want to add that layer to your function, whether it's literally blowing your nose beautiful, whether it's putting it in a glass like this, or she literally has these ceramic containers. She bought some of them. I found them on Amazon.
Ceramic containers for tissue?
Yeah.
So I'm loving all the ways that you can do tissue. We have a little silver teapot that has tissue. We showed you before.
Yeah.
There's any number of vessels can be used to make little tissues beautiful. Okay. But I can imagine something right now that's going to be said in the comments. Just go ahead and say it. We know who has time to do this. Who has time to wrap their tissue? Okay.
No, you just take it out of the box and shove it in.
Well, and the toilet paper and things like that.
Oh, I mean, no, we don't have time for the toilet paper, but
I will say you don't have to, again, take all of these things and implement them at once into your home. You take the things that work for your style and also your function. How does your family function? And then you make them more beautiful.
Yes. Thank you, City Beauty, for sponsoring today's video. The older I get, the more I realize how much hormones affect your life, whether it's energy, weight gain, focus, just feeling well. Hormones need to be a priority in your wellness routine. I'm on month 2 and can tell a huge difference, especially with energy. I take one in the morning, one in the evening. I know consistency is key, so I like to keep it at reach. What's really amazing about this product is it's not only for hormone balance, it is for overall health. So let's think about bone health, metabolism. It is such a good supplement for all of those things. And when you look at all that it has in it, you can see why. Thank you, City Beauty, for sponsoring today's video. If you would like to give City Beauty Hormone Balance a go, you can scan the QR code on the screen and use the discount code FHLDesign10 for 10% off, or you can get 25% off with a monthly subscription. So far we have making dishes beautiful, a tray with your diffuser, your rings, your reminders. We have toilet paper, we have tissue. And the other thing that I noticed for function for Robin's home was crafts. So I am also somewhat of a crafter. I love to create things when we throw parties. I would love to get back into painting, things like that. And Robin is a very crafty gal. She makes lampshades, she sews, and she watercolors. And honestly, when you look at her setup in her laundry room, she didn't need a whole other craft room for that. She literally had a table and she put a little sink skirt on it, and she had containers to put her brushes that were cute. She had a little gold or a brass little snail. She made just these whimsical little moments that make your crafts all dispersed beautiful.
Yeah, so she leaves things out and about. And the way that you see them when you walk into the space, which we are finding people want a lived-in look. But lived-in looks can also be beautiful, and it can inspire, it can evoke a feeling like you said. And so when you go in there and you just see her watercolors laid out, it just inspires you, makes you want to watercolor or
I know, I'm going home.
Create.
I'm going to watercolor.
Okay, you watercolor. What's my gift? What do I do?
You would wrap the toilet paper.
I'll wrap the paper.
Okay, I think we're ready to move on to sentiment. But before we move on from function, I did want to mention one functional thing that you do that I don't see in Robin's house, but it's just something that I think is important. You have a really good drop zone. When you enter the house, you have a place where we drop our keys. We drop that is kind of the spot. It's literally a bowl. So I think bowls and trays are your secret weapon for making function beautiful. So if you have some sort of interesting thing that you need to make aesthetic that has a functional use in your home, don't underestimate the power of a bowl or tray.
And share them with us. Like we've shared with you, we put little matches in different little vessels. There's, just a fun way to keep these items. So what's your fun, functional, beautiful thing?
Yes. Oh, well, okay, sorry. I'm just thinking of more functional things.
I think we could go all day.
Well, okay, another thing that was functional that I think I mentioned in the home tour, but maybe not, in Robin's home, you can make things that are functional be bookends. Her cheese grater was her bookends for her cookbooks.
Who does that?
Robin. But
so amazing. I love it.
And, okay, I do want to say this. So the cheese grater is green. It's a little bit more aesthetic. So I think this also evokes thoughtful purchases. Things that can sit out. We've been seeing this rise in like KitchenAids getting more aesthetic and home appliances. They even have that the ones from Walmart from Drew Barrymore that, I mean, they're pretty. It's kind of like we're making everything more aesthetic. And so even your cheese grater. So find something that maybe it's a little countertop appliance that can also be your little bookend. I do think that the reason that felt whimsical, practical, and beautiful is that there was a lamp that accompanied the whole vignette. So when you look and you're trying to decide why your vignette that's functional doesn't look as beautiful as Robin's, I think if you just add a lamp, a mini one, a big one, any size, all of a sudden, boom.
Yeah, I love lamp. We all know that.
I was thinking of another thing while I was talking about her. I really probably could think of things all day. But we'll leave it at that. That is the last. Oh, no, I do have one more. So sorry. So you actually just implemented this as well. And I think we kind of see this with open shelves where you actually have the things you're actually using. But at Robin's, she has the brass rail of copper. I will be honest, I don't think she cooks with this copper, but you could. And so you could actually have things. You have like a tea towel on yours.
I'll use it.
Yeah. So I think looking, if you do a brass rail or something like that, you could hang it on the wall. You could hang it on the top of or at the bottom of a shelf. Then you could actually hang things that you use. Yeah. And maybe, again, remember we're creating vignettes. So it's not always going to be everything you use. Maybe it's things you use combined with things that are beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah? Are you ready to move
on?
Sentiment. We hope all these little ways to make the functional things in your home beautiful inspired you to go make something around you beautiful today. Next time, we're getting into styling vignettes for sentiment and neuroaesthetics, which is really just a fancy way of saying how to make your home feel good. Tell us in the comments which vignette you are going to try in your own space. You know, Mom's wrapping her toilet paper right now, and I'm shoving tissues in anything I can find that's cute. And if there's an idea we missed, we want to hear it. See you in the next episode, friends.